Quiet at last.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
Hubris is man's worst enemy.
My legs are as lead.
Quiet at last.
An ill-mannered thing, aren't you?
No idle chatter during...
I've no time for you now.
Have you business in Batal? Then you, good sir, will require an entry. Don't go thinking you can slip. Trade twixt our nations may be on the upswing. So, should you seek...
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
It ought to be said, peace and quiet.
The latest tidings from Melv came as quite a shock. It's been decades since the draft was a tragedy to those. I thought to myself, with the dragon's hand indeed, we have asked still, that I would see this kingdom...
Time for an earnest. Boots laced, strapped, ready for the trial.
What I can do for you?
I hear the coronation is to be held anon. Of course, the matter of attendance is, you see, commoners who perform merit. It beggars belief that, for instance, if you, by some miracle...
You'll have to excuse me.
You seem to be rather friendly with Captain... Tis lamentable that the cat... But there are whispers that he was given... Ever since Theseus' faction ceased, if I were you, I'd take... What's to be done about this? I can't solve all your problems.
If 'tis naught of import, pray...
We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir.
Tell us. Oh! Where did you wander in from?
I've no time for pointless...
I have been waiting for you, Arisen. This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
The sculptor's home is located in Back Batal. Run along and speak to him for me, won't you?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Quite the predicament.
Puts me in the mood for a song.
Deep in my cups of
Looks like we both got some time on our hands.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should... Be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
Always a pleasure.
You best make yourself.
A treasure chest. Shall we see it?
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. If quality's your concern, you're in the right place. Do come again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Well met, sir. How might... I be of service? The safer the roads, the heavier my... Always a pleasure.
What would you of me?
I follow my whims, wheresoe'er they may lead.
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important...
Can't you see?
Might you be looking to enlist?
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mind.
What would you of me?
might I be of service?
Tales. Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
How might I be of service?
Let's take it easy today. How used to on in town. As long as you please.
Idleness is a luxury.
It's just life. How are we to find such order? What should I get up to today?
What a bizarre village that was. The villagers stared at me with a bizarre intensity. It was as though they were praying.
Can't say I have any tidings to.
Aught you need of me?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are. 'Tis no simple matter should you fall into the however, I am afraid she will be unable to aid you directly. Is there aught else you would speak of, your masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances at such gatherings. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Do not forget that we work.
You feeling generous, sir? Body aches. Only just begun.
Not many rumours shall be had around. You don't need a permit to get it. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to, but it's easy enough.
What should I do? What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck, and that's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make... I was thinking you could help the priests, but I'll help too.
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
It is as you say.
You looking for a fight?
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together. But I wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down and... Should we report back now? My prayers will surely be
Maybe he was hoping to find...
I wonder what it was Malcolm found.
scarce afraid to keep us fed these days.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Oi, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way. Come, I fear there's not a prey. Follow me, and quick. I believe this is the place to which the children... Look, there, a hole. Could he have There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
We'll manage. Whatever comes. We always do, don't we?
I shall be glad to assist you, Arisen. We cannot break it from this side.
Perhaps.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick? You'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's...
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind, lest we get separated. It's no great shock to me.
No! The Arisen has been poisoned! Let my magics grant you an elemental boon!
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused, or we ought to entrust its care to someone worthy. Someone who, as for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream. I suppose 'tis so. 'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Pawns are forbidden from entering the castle grounds, but we may accompany you to the entrance.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Pawns are forbidden from entering the castle grounds, but we may accompany you to the entrance. Over here, if you please.
The books ne'er seem to end. This place is amazing.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it.
How are we to get through this door?
It shall be done. I am here to aid you, Arisen. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
Would you mind coming over here?
What am I supposed to do? Show 'em what you're made of, cuz.
My hour of need.
Oh, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll. Tis a relief to be home.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively.
Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Ready to forge on? Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. Let us make for the palace, that ye might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Pawns aren't permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you to the entrance if I may.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Pawns aren't permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you to the entrance if I may. Over here, if you please. We're here, Master. We shall remain here.
Gladly while away
Our soldiers need better training.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along. You are not permitted to be here. I must ask.
Oi! You can't come in here. Oi! You can't come in here.
It's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier like that.
I must burn people's faith.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this now. If Wilhelmina calls.
duty to see this peace protected. They wish they were in my boots. If they only knew. Such peace reigned eternal.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Hoping there'll be no trouble today. What to do about combat training?
Give me one good reason not to call.
Sir Augustine is to return to Vermont. He and my mother are political. If you mean to escort him...
Mayhap I'll come here the other day to myself.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there?
Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. we thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. Off you go now.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melv. Melv, I say! I'm not sure who gave the orders, but I'd like to know what they were thinking. It's beyond my ken.
As it should be. It's no concern of ours. I'll hear no more of this tit-tat. Look,
May this day bring delights to you and but not at the expense of my duty. When does my watch You seem to be rather friendly with Captain Brancer. 'Tis lamentable that the captain of the late consul's guard, but there are whispers that he was given this ever since Thesa's faction seized power within the palace. Her detractors have found themselves shunted into a corner. If I were you, I'd take care not to be seen currying favor with the good captain.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me. Naught ruins your day, like getting cut open.
I know of it. It allows one to make a trip. For you see, thus only a truly Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosity? Oh, to think such a place. Guide me outside, then. If you...
Would that I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
This should be far enough. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
Indeed, you are correct. Over here, if you please. Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." I make a clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief, I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, and ere it slips my mind, pray.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be...
As a reward for Your Majesty's efforts, you will, of course, require... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as the true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man may have to be prudent to to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom? Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Masquerades being as much as made of appearance. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we would...
I'm nodding off where I stand.
Such worn out gear.
Such quietude.
I'd wager we've plenty of gold ore. Shall we deliver it to Miss Daphne? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Thanks. So, remember how now lots of people who live nearby the priests have been treating everyone as best they can. But I want to help them, apart from ask you, that is. Oh, I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I can do.
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet.
Really now?
Ne'er in my wildest dreams could I have imagined it would be the magistrate you called here.
I know. It's a secret, right? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone about the old man either.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself. I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
Tell is, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms. Monsters that wander the wilder night.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you will have to excuse me. There's much...
Haven't got any fleas. Got any tails to look? Let me think on this. After taking a few hours sleep, see what I can find.
Let me get that.
One day, I'm going to have proper raiment. Now that's just splendid! Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with... Not yet. Fair enough.
Greetings.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet.
This looks as good a place as any. Past this place. Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city.
That's mine thoughts down dark paths this place, but I've much to do yet.
This job better be worth it. Can't make a living if I don't myself in.
I've a pressing duty to...
No one's coming to my rescue.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm...
What I missed, customers who stop by regularly.
This looks as good a place as any.
I'm dead on my feet.
Anything's better than this.
Maybe I know. It's a sick. Nothing ever seems to happen around here.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whate'er treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, so he was put into our care. Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there. Help me. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the gracious hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
I spend my days in quiet reflection. Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
I know so little of this world and the place I
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times, which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
There's no great shock.
Thanks, sir.
I do hope naught befalls Lubomir.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must... Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
'Tis as you say.
Ne'er in my wildest dreams could I have imagined 'twould be the magistrate you called it.
Thanks, sir.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea.
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you. What was that?
Whatever am I to do?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
In the end, it was all for naught.
If we're to break it, it shan't be from this side.
Really now?
'Tis hard to find my footing in this darkness.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your voice low, lest my heart leap from my throat.
It was a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not. Almost laughably so. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea. Is there no getting through this door?
I know. It's a secret, right?
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Got something for me? What am I supposed to do?
My greens are second to none.
Now this is a conundrum.
Come, I'll lead the way. It's strike. Me that we have not visited Mel for some time. Shall we stop by and see how its people fare of late? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change. To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then we'd best keep some coin on hand to ease our potential warders' suffering and make them an ally to our cause.
No one's going to aid a poor man like me.
I've things to do if...
I'm going to go exploring. Here's hoping this season yields more than those. Need anything?
Say, have I seen you around? My thanks.
Me? Just...
And I shan't resist. I long for the times when I was always on.
Now, where was I headed?
Mayhap I will find myself better.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Need anything?
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk. Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk. First impressions count for much. If you like, I can recommend you a new hairstyle or manner of face paint. Ooh, very nice indeed. Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Just about had my fill of this ruckus.
Can't put a price on
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
Where are you off to?
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
'Tis the Arisen's choice to make, though I certainly wouldn't begrudge the chance to put my feet up.
We've got goblins!
I suppose I'll handle
You've been doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire!
What you waiting for? Get on with it!
I grind your weapon and magic.
Uh-oh. Methinks the fiend felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but ours is a party of women, by and large.
And I've no objections.
Come on then!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
I will finish this, here and now!
That's quite enough.
That's it!
In cowardice or a hair's breadth.
What did he say his name was again? The lad's in Vermouth now. He's eager. I'll give him that. Expedition, sword drills. So unique.
Battle is best avoided here.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
I am ashamed. Much obliged. Take this.
Caution is called for when crossing any bridge, regardless of its main.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Ingenious. My own master must hear of this tactic.
Oh well, I'm surprised.
Tis a remarkable treasure we've found.
Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last.
Through unscathed. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. No. Saurians, Master! Sunset draws near.
Ears pricked. 'Twill be difficult to pinpoint distant bugs.
Many thanks. I hope this conveys my gratitude.
It strikes me that we have not visited Mel for some time. Shall we stop by and see how its people fare of late? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
magics grant you an elemental boon. Shan't allow any further harm. Most impressive, Master.
I dare say, the Arisen should have defeated this lot without us.
A result to be proud of. There's a shorter path. Allow me to show you.
It'll take an age to arrive on foot. Better we made use of a ferry stone if one's available.
A good meal makes one appreciate those 'tis shared with.
It would have gone down even better if the area were free of monsters, but I suppose one can't have everything.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map. It strikes me that we have not visited Melv for some time. Shall we stop by and see how its people fare of late?
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident, and I might have known we'd camp here again. It is becoming something of a habit of yours, Arisen.
If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, I shall inform you directly. It strikes me that we have not visited Melv. I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.